Hello and welcome back to another informative video. On the 6th of this month, Turkey and Syria were ravaged by numerous strong earthquakes that measured 7.8, 7.6 and 6.0 on the Richter scale, as well as other far-off places such as Cyprus, Lebanon, Israel and Egypt felt slight tremors. As of Wednesday morning, at least 8,000 people had died in Turkey and Syria as a result of this earthquake, which is the strongest to strike the area in more than 100 years. One question that hits everyone's mind is that why is Turkey prone to numerous earthquakes? Before knowing this, initially, let us understand how earthquakes actually occur. We already know that Earth is divided into 4 layers, that is, the outer core, the inner core, mantle, and the 4th layer, that is crust, which we live on. The crust is broken down into many pieces, and these pieces are referred to as tectonic plates. These tectonic plates are not stable and they do not stay at one place. They continuously move. Let us get back to some history to learn more about tectonic plates. Have you ever heard about Pangea? Well, look, this is called Pangea. Pangea is a term used to describe a single supercontinent that existed on Earth over 300 million years ago. The word Pangea comes from Greek word. Pan means all, Gea means Earth. Pangea consisted of all the Earth's continents that were joined together into a single land mass. At that time, the continents were much closer together than they are today, and there was only one large ocean called the Panthalassa Ocean surrounding the supercontinent. Pangea began to break apart about 200 million years ago due to plate tectonic movements. The continents slowly moved away from each other and eventually became the separate land masses that we know today. This process of continent separation is still ongoing and will likely continue for millions of years into the future. As Pangea was breaking apart, the northern and southern land masses had eventually formed Laurasia and Gondwana respectively. The process of separation and drift continued over millions of years, and eventually Laurasia and Gondwana land became the 2 largest land masses on the Earth's surface. Laurasia was composed of what is now North America, Europe and Asia, while Gondwana land composed of what is now South America, Africa, Antarctica, Australia and the Indian subcontinent. Process of breaking still continued, and now we are having 7 major and several minor tectonic plates that make up the Earth's crust. The 7 major plates are African plate, Antarctic plate, Eurasian plate, North American plate, South American plate, Indo-Australian plate and Pacific plate. In addition to these major plates, there are several minor plates such as the Arabian plate, the Caribbean plate and the John de Fuca plate. The Earth's crust is constantly moving and changing, and new plates can form while existing plates can break apart or merge with others over time. The tectonic plates continue to move smoothly over time, but sometimes these plates collide with each other, which results in an earthquake. When the movement of these plates creates stress in the Earth's crust, that stress can cause fractures or faults to occur in the rock. If the stress becomes too great, the rock will break and suddenly release a large amount of energy, creating seismic waves that travel through the Earth's crust and cause the ground to shake. This shaking is what we feel as an earthquake. Earthquakes can also be caused by volcanic activity, underground mining, and human activities such as construction or filling of reservoirs. Earthquakes are usually measured on Richter scale of 1 to 10. The earthquakes which are found to be from 6 to 10 on Richter scale will cause severe devastation. Now, looking at the Indian context, the Indian plate collided with the Eurasian plate about 50 million years ago. As a result of the process of plate tectonics, the Indian plate was part of larger Gondwana supercontinent and was moving northward towards the Eurasian plate. When the two plates collided, the intense pressure and friction caused the Earth's crust to deform and buckle, leading to the uplift of the Himalayas and the formation of the Tibetan Plateau. This collision also resulted in the closure of the Tethys Ocean and the formation of Alpine Himalayan mountain belt, which is one of the largest and most complex mountain ranges in the world. The ongoing collision between Indian and Eurasian plates continues to cause earthquakes and deformation in the region, particularly in the Himalayan region. As the two plates continue to collide, the region continues to experience earthquakes and seismic activity. In fact, the Himalayan region is one of the most seismically active regions in the world and is prone to large and devastating earthquakes. The collision between the Indian and Eurasian plates is a major driver of the high seismic activities in the region, and earthquakes continue to pose a significant risk to the millions of people who live in this region. Finally, coming to our major question: why is Turkey prone to numerous earthquakes? Most earthquakes occur in Turkey due to its location on the boundary of two tectonic plates. Turkey lies at the meeting point of the African plate and the Eurasian plate, which are two of the Earth's largest tectonic plates. The collision and the movement of these plates cause significant seismic activity in the region, including earthquakes. Additionally, Turkey is located near several active fault lines, such as the North Anatolian Fault, East Anatolian Fault, and the Dead Sea Transform, which also contribute to the high frequency of earthquakes in the country. Turkey is one of the most seismically active countries in the world, and it has a long history of devastating earthquakes. In the recent years, the country has taken steps to improve its seismic building codes and disaster response plans, but earthquakes remain a significant risk in the region. In the year 2020, it recorded almost 30,000 earthquakes in a single year. Out of these, 332 were of magnitudes 4.0 and higher, which recorded on a Richter scale. At last, I want to add one interesting point here. Though India did not have a good relationship with Turkey, India thought to help Turkey by sending our NDRF team to the affected region. Turkey used to always support Pakistan whenever India had a clash with Pakistan. Despite all these, India was the first country to provide help to rescue the persons affected with the earthquake in Turkey. One sad point to note is that earthquakes cannot be predicted. Currently, it is not possible to predict earthquakes with absolute certainty. However, scientists have made significant progress in understanding the patterns and behaviors of earthquakes and are working on developing methods to improve earthquake forecasting. However, despite these advances, earthquakes remain largely unpredictable, and the best approach is to be prepared for them by practicing earthquake safety and having a plan in place for how to respond during an earthquake. This is what we need to understand from this video. Let us meet again in the next video. If you like this video, hit the like button and do subscribe for more informative videos.